Hello and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. Well, you may be asking, now what the hell are you doing at this garage? And the answer is, I upgraded. I went up into the public beta, 1.2 public beta for American Truck Simulator so I could get those mods to work. And maybe even get into the Arizona beta at some point, but... So we're back down in Los Angeles instead of, like, Eli or wherever the hell we were. But hey, just a little bit of an upgrade, I feel. You know, we'll get to see some of the new lighting, some of the new engines. Like, look at that. It's beautiful. Definitely longer yellow lights, less police fines. That's what I've got so far. I'd love to download more if I ever find ones that would be more interesting. I'm not going to be really that interested into downloading things like, here's a new truck, because I don't really care about aesthetics. It's just performance more like it. But we'll see later, because we certainly at top tier quality yet. We haven't beaten this game by any means. So anyway, we're down in Los Angeles. We might as well pick up some freight down here. Am I right? That's sort of our fucking job. Jesus Christ. So let's grab Los Angeles here. What do we got? We could go to Fresno for a lot of money per mile, but not that far. And isn't that just unfortunate? We could go to Barstow for even still a high amount of money, but just about 20 feet. El Centro, also very short. We could do 2 missions. These are all just incredibly short. Apparently, Carlsbad's there. Could go to Prim. That's also incredibly short. Could go to Oxnard. That's short. San Fran. That's short. Oh, long. One of these things is not like the other, but it's not worth all that much money. So you know what? We're probably gonna do a couple drives here. Back and forth, you feel me? So you know what? We might as well take the outrageous amount of money that this one mission is going to provide us. For just this short of a distance, I feel like I kind of have to take it. You know, I'd be betraying my country, my family, my job, my brother, my sister. You know, by not taking this job, we'd just be fucking ourselves over in the long run. It's just such a valuable opportunity. It is a little bit far away, and I hope we do have time to go pick this mission up beforehand. You know what? I'm going to honestly check what the time limitations are before this one disappears. So 6 hours and 40 minutes. That's plenty of time to get to the pickup point before shit goes down. So I don't know if the truck, the new truck engines are for specific trucks, and I don't know which truck we have or which truck they were referring to, but hey, they're specific trucks. Ow, ow. God. You know what? You know what this game fucking needs? I just realized. What a mod this would be fucking shit. Okay, in America, at least, look, did they actually add that? They might have. I don't know if this has been here the whole time, but fucking arrows. That's how it fucking works. Okay, you don't just let everything go green. You do that. You arrow both sides for the turn lanes to go before all the traffic wants to move. That's how you get shit done. That's how you don't let everything turn into a fucking mess and disaster that we've been dealing with. Where we have the situation of we want to turn left, but we can't because there's just a line of traffic, and then the yellow light turns in after half a second. And it's just such a pain in the ass, and I'm so glad that we might have the opportunity to have some of these things fixed. Look at that. There's even a red indicator that I'm speeding. But you know what? Fuck them. I don't care. That's a bit harsh. I'm sorry. I do care about everything. Every problem in the world, it's mine to worry about. I'd love to get out into the open road and see some of this new lighting effects, too. I'm just excited. Look, we all the opportunity. God, this game has so much room for possibilities now, too. I mistook that for a green light. I'm so used to how the other way it works. I'm gonna anyway, so much room for activities now. We can just have anything we want. It's in our fucking dreams. And well, not anything we want. It has to be made by some other person, because I'm not fucking mad enough to learn how to mod American Truck Simulator. Okay? At least we still have our good old music. That's all we need in our life, right? Music, truck, open space, feet to push the pedals, hands to change the steering wheel, a mouse to look around, a keyboard to do all those actions for me, sustenance, pooping, all important things that relate to driving a truck in American Truck Simulator. Oh, yeah. That's some good driving. Drive Aid. It's aids for drivers. No, that's probably not it. It's probably something about helping you learn how to drive. I don't know. I can't read that small ass fine print, man. Jesus Christ, it's tiny. I don't have fucking eyes of a goddamn fucking angry falcon or something. You know, we're just going there. I accidentally skipped through the music by hitting the mouse button. The specific mouse button. The mouse button number. Insert number here. I don't remember which mouse button it is. The Brass Tack Interiors Upholstery. The Brass Tack. I'm gonna come over there and punch whoever owns that store for coming up with a name such as the Brass Tack. Do you mind? Because I think that name's terrible. Of course, that if you do not know, that name is playing off the saying of let's get down to brass tacks. And that's the brass tack. What does upholstery have to do with brass tacks anyway? I don't know. It's something that I would create. Like, hey, I don't know anything about upholstery, but fuck it, brass and taxes, and I have to pay taxes, and tax sound like taxes. Well, there's a saying. I don't know. Oh, look at that. We've even got a trip distance thing. That's a large trip distance, isn't it? Oh no, the trip distance is how far we've driven this thing. We've driven this for 20,000 miles already. That's amazing. I think that's way further than we drove on our original truck of like 16K before we handed it off to good old Horst. Does Horst deserve it? Yeah, Horst deserves it. I think he's working hard. He's getting better. He's making us cash money, and that's what we want. I wish he was just not so shit at times. Woo! Wiggling it. Oh, look at that. Look at all those fucking green arrows. I love it. And even the traffic works with him. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's so good now. Fixing some problems I had with the game. Oh, we might need to get a repair at some point. We don't need to sleep, but we need to get a bit. We might need to get gas at some point, is what I'm trying to say. Gas me up. Fill me up, buttercup, baby. If you let me down, let me down. I'm sorry. On a random note, I saw a billboard today, driving home, and in big, bold, blue, standard, like, sans serif typeface, it just said easy vasectomy. With a picture of a smiling couple and right below that. And that was about it. I couldn't read the rest of it because it had about the size of the print of that other goddamn Drive Aid billboard. So I don't know. I think it was listing like the positives of getting a vasectomy from this company. But this was right next to the fucking airport. Why does anyone give a shit about their method of vasectomy at that point? I think the big decision is in whether or not to get a vasectomy, while maybe it is important to look at the doctors around the vasectomy. I don't know if it's like, let's go get some weird back alley vasectomy. I wouldn't trust it. Just like I wouldn't trust inferior plastic surgeon or something. I would like to trust people with my genitalia. My God, it's just such an important decision, you know. Everybody, look, it's a weird billboard that just says easy vasectomy. I don't get it. It's a close one. Alright, hey, we even got a smaller piece of cargo this time. Oh, how generous of you, game. You're trying to make me love you again. I never stopped. Wink. You can't see me wink, but I did wink. I winky winked. I tiddly winked. Whoa, slow. Oh, do we start with damage on the trailer now? Because that would be disappointing. I kind of fumbled my sausage fingers around. Yeah, we do start with damage. Well, that's just not a good start, is it? Yeah, nothing like starting with 2% damage to ruin your day. Your hopes and dreams of getting a perfect score. But no, I fumbled my fingers in some sort of weird fashion where instead of hitting W to brake and go forward and slow down to back into the trailer, I kept holding S, as in some sort of slapstick comedic interaction on like a sitcom where, you know, somebody's in the driveway and like, hey, it's funny because I accidentally drove forward into the garage door. Whoops. broke it. Broke everything inside. I got myself into an accident. My insurance rates are gonna go up. I accidentally killed a squirrel unintentionally. Really just unintended consequences there. Funny, right? Did that say farts? Oh no, it says parts. Alright, I was like, you cannot get away with that, mister. There's no fucking way you could get away. Developers, whoever put in farts as a company name. You think you're so fucking clever. But they didn't. I'm just a dumb bad reader. Wee wee. But you know, with these, it's fine not having a left turn arrow. What it's not fine is pulling straight out into the intersection and pissing your pants. I wouldn't recommend it. We are holding fucking like some sort of gasoline. What is it? What is it? It's ethane. All right. Is ethane explodable in some sort of crazy fashion? Flammable, I'm sure. Explodable, I don't know how that's gonna end up. It is stuff though. Stuff that is dangerous. I don't want cars to blow me up. If an RPG is coming at me, I'm gonna probably cry. In sort of a what movie was that? The Hurt Locker, they had that one of the scenes where it was like, oh, this truck exploded. Damn, son. Or whatever. Anyway, in a similar situation, I wouldn't want to get exploded by an RPG on a truck transporting explosive goods. You catch my drift? Yeah, I think you catch my drift. Alright? Is the drift caught? Caughted? Drift. Our clue! Oh my god, our clue! Fucking easy vasectomy, though. What is it about? I'm so used to being out maybe a little bit further from the city, even further than the airport. While it is, you know, like, maybe like 20 minutes away from the downtowns, it's getting a little bit further out there. But then you keep getting further and further, and then all of a sudden you get the more like religious billboards, some weird billboards, local billboards, just billboards. Billboards seem like such a weird invention. Well, I sort of get the concept, you know, a lot of people drive, we want to advertise to those people, so we're going to shove some fucking boards up with text next to the highway. Okay, it somewhat makes sense, but then it's like, but what does it really do? It seems to distract drivers sometimes, especially in the case of my bacon and eggs, and speeding into a rest area. You know, they don't always make a lot of sense. They aren't always from like reputable sources, I would say, or where pretty much anybody can get a billboard. But you know, it's weird. I would not choose billboard as my advertising mission. But you know what's worse than billboards is every motherfucking advertisement on the radio that has some goddamn high-pitched noise, or like screeching, or like cars honking. Man, it's so fucking terrible. Anybody who allows those ads to go out is pretty Hitler. Cause like, you're just like driving and then all this ad comes on and it's like, and it's like, honk honk, a car crash, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on outside? Hey, look at that, minus $100 for a red signal offense. It's like, I don't even care. I'm Mr. Moneybags over here. Oh, excuse me, potted plant with no plant in it. But yeah, it's like, fuck off with that shit. It's just loud noises, louder than everything else. It's just high-pitched and annoying, and it's like a cacophony of ass. I believe a cacophony of ass would be a series of flatulence, though. I'm not going to dispute that. Okay, there's a Drive Aid sign. Pharmacy? Foot Mart? Drugstore? Apparently it's a play on Rite Aid, I believe, which is like a weird convenience store pharmacy people. CVS, Walgreens, the similar vein, I believe. I don't know why Drive Aid, though. I was confused as something might be helpful to drivers. No, why would you make that assumption, right? Well, that was an expensive speeding defense. Not as expensive as $1,000, but still expensive. I don't know why. I wish you would just leave me alone. You can't see me, but I'm frowning upsettingly, making a silly face. You're really missing out. That's why I invite you over to come watch my face. I'm kidding. Please get away from my window, you sadistic bastard. Alright, let's get onto the highway finally. I'm kind of tired of driving around those shitty LA streets, so confined. I need to get that free roaming area. Oh, like grazing bison on the goddamn American Midwest prairie. Plains. Plains. I'm glad to be out on the open road, smelling the fresh, salty air from the sea. There's no sea here, I know, but smelling the dirt. The blood, sweat, and tears from the goddamn working American man on the construction site. That might be exaggerating at some point, but same thing. It was one hell of a crazy day. I was driving in the morning at like 8 a.m. There was a big ass thunderstorm going on. I was driving right through the fucking center of it. And I was passing by the same airport because I was heading to the same place as normal on a Saturday morning, which is the zoo, to volunteer. Anyway, it was just a huge storm. So I'm driving there. I'm passing by the airport. I could fucking smell both, one, a burning tree because I'd been struck by lightning and just it smelled like burning wood. And two, like fucking burning tarmac or some shit. It could have been the road or like the fucking airport or airfield or some. Hello. Other truck. Excuse me. Is he carrying logs? That'd be interesting. Anyway, but like it was just like intense because that was not a fun drive. But it was Bernie. It was Barry Bernie. Not Bernie Sanders. No, it was on fire. Burnt. Roasted, toasted, burnt to a crisp. That sort of thing. That was probably one of the craziest drives I've ever had. That one, so like big old thunderstorm, lots of lightning, lots of rain, like windshield wipers on like maximum fucking power, and I can still barely see. And it's early morning. Thankfully, there weren't a lot of drivers out, and I didn't see a lot of accidents, which is nice. And then my second most crazy drive, which I think in both situations I sort of just not driven, but the second one was just a huge fucking blizzard. And blizzards are normally okay, you know, you can deal with a bit of snow. But this was a big-ass blizzard. I think it snowed like 10 inches. It was nighttime. It was dark. I was driving back, and it was just so crazy. And at some point, if you get further enough away from the city, you know, you get into more, especially if you're heading south towards like Iowa, you get into a lot of farmers' fields and that sort of flat area just because it's turned into fields. So you get huge winds that are just have no resistance pushing through the highway, bringing all the blizzard snow with them. And it was so fucking hard to see that I just ended up going 30 with this other fucking dude following behind him so I could at least see in some sense where I was going. It's tough. Blizzards ain't nothing to fuck around with. You should always be careful when you drive. It may have been best just to pull over in that situation, but such is life. I manned through it. I don't know if that was a smart idea. I didn't get into any accident in either case. The only accident I've ever been into is when I was in a parking garage in downtown Minneapolis, so if that doesn't say anything, then what is life? What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. But seriously, I hate parking garages. Why has it gotta be such tight spaces, such slow speeds, just, you can't see people coming around the corner, and then all of a sudden you just kind of get backed up into that ass, and it's just like, well, this sucks. It's just so cramped in there. And it's so hard to find parking, it's so expensive, and it's like, man, why can't we all just not park? Why can't you leave an entire parking garage to me and me alone? I'll just have everyone take the bus. I'm kidding you, by the way. But I did that was my accident. I'm very annoyed with how that went. Although I suppose I did have another accident. I just wasn't there. I had my car parked out on the street, and apparently some person just like accidentally backed up into my like front bumper and dented it a little. I didn't notice it for like a week, but because I just never looked. at the front of my car like that, as close as it was. Somebody pointed it out, I was like, oh shit, you're right. So I guess that technically happened. I wasn't there. It probably no fault of my own. I could have been parked weird, I don't know, but such is life. I thought I was parked fine. It was just, God, people. Parking better, God. It's never my fault. Yeah. Such is the life of a no-fault driving state. You know, it's interesting, isn't it? When nobody gets the blame put on them for their driving behavior, and it equally bills like the insurance companies and whatnot. It's interesting. It's one way to do things for sure. I love this song too much for some reason. Oh man, look at that guy with the blue. Did you see the blue? The blue and yellow tiny ass crates? Just like us, man. Just like home. Every time. I forgot all about the clock that was on our dashboard. I remember pointing it out one episode and just forgot all about it. It's crazy. I love clocks. Clocks are so rad. What's wrong with the clock? Every now and then. Oh, that felt good. I haven't cracked my knuckles like all day. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was satisfying. Baby. Ooh, baby, baby. Ooh, baby, baby. Oh, yeah. Just stretch it out. Relax. It's the nighttime on a Saturday, and I'm playing American Truck Simulator like a fucking American. Nah, I'm kidding. You know, I learned something that I didn't realize, but I suppose I should have. But it just seems like it's a popular misconception that even got to me. Is you know, let's suppose a stereotypical situation that happens. American flag. All right, what do you think? You think of a bald eagle, and what's the sound you associate with a bald eagle? That sort of high-pitched screech, right? They're like, ah, and it just like soars on. All right, you feel me? That apparently that screech. Hey, look, another fucking blue and yellow motherfucker. Anyway, apparently that screech belongs to a red-tailed hawk, which I don't know if it's. And then just bald eagles make like standard chirping noises, like chip chip chip. Not like a chicken, but like chirp. I can't replicate bird chirping noises with my mouth whole. But. I don't know. I was sort of disappointed. I'm like, well, that's just less American, isn't it? I mean, in some weird way, it's sort of just like sad that I've been so misled into believing that one animal was another, and bald eagles were literally perfect. Well, I understood that bald eagles are not literally perfect. They're birds. Birds are assholes. But you know, I was like, man, it could have been so much more American if it had just screamed its little heart out every time it wanted to say something. So sad, so sad. Well, here's our first delivery. I'm gonna probably check to see if there's another one we want to do here before wrapping it up, because that was a short one, for sure. But we did make some good money there, didn't we? Did we even level up? Not quite, not quite. So yeah, if we go back to the world map here, check the freight market. Where are we? I don't know. One of the two places. I think we're in Fresno. Yeah, we're in Fresno. Okay, so we could go to Elko. I don't know if I'm ready to commit that long of more time. Could go back to Carlsbad. Could go down to San Diego. Could go back to Carlsbad. And that's when the money starts to get dipping down. So, you know what? I think maybe we tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Oh, we don't have 24 minutes to get there. It's on the other side of town. That's not going to happen. So I suppose we're going to San Diego, huh? Yep. Let's take this diesel fuel from the area that we are at. Is it? When do we get that? No, we still have to go pick it up, don't we? Well, that's just annoying. Alright, turn it around. We'll go back to the entrance of this refinery. And we'll turn into a lowrider and get some hydraulics up in this ass. And we'll crash into about everything and making it more difficult for us to survive. And then we're going to have to get a repair. And then we're going to have to take a nap. And then we're going to have to kill ourselves. And then we're going to have to cry. And then everyone's going to be sad. And, you know, it's just a series of disappointment. Why can't we just sleep back in our cab, man? Oh my god, don't do it again. Despite my plea, I could not listen to myself. Damn. Such a failure. We're gonna have to pay our loans too. Quick check, because I'm curious and probably forgotten for a little bit. Wow, Horst. Why are you so terrible? How does your money fluctuate so much, man? You can't, I think at one point it was up to like 8 grand a day. What happened? What have you been doing? How the hell do you have 33,000 miles on that truck and you're still okay with it? I'm curious if at some point, you know, the truck's lifespan gets outdated. You know, while I think it is a high lifespan, something like a few 100K miles, but like, I don't know. Don't talk to me about anything about truck maintenance. Oh, look how fast we are at reversing. I still don't get how fast we are. Like, how is it possible? Look at us go. And we have very big cargo. Well, don't you just want to fucking rub in how hard life is sometimes? That's not in? That's in. There we go. Alright, let's haul this diesel. Weighing 42,500 pounds in the right corner. Do they give directions to corners? In one corner, we have diesel fuel. Yay! In the other corner, weighing an unknown amount of weight, standing at about 6 feet, it's some motherfucker who doesn't know how to drive a truck. Boo, boo, he sucks. Whoop his ass. And then the fucking diesel fuel comes and suplexes me. You know, that's how I imagine that playing out. I don't know how diesel fuel will suplex me, but it'll find a way. Life finds a way. If I've learned anything from Jurassic Park. Let's turn back onto the highway here. I love that. I love living next to the highway. Not in real life, you know, that has its ups and downs, but when it comes to finding cargo and shit, look how easy it is to just get right back on the road instead of crashing into everything and run corners, which just happened again, by the way, but I'm not gonna stay on the details. Sometimes you gotta let things go. Okay, yay! Let's get going down to that San Diego or whatever. I would really like to get a nap and do some repairs. But that doesn't seem to happen for a while, does it? Yeah. There's not even a repair shop in San Diego, is there? Oh, there is. Okay, well, we'll get repaired next time, as long as we don't crash into like 18 other things. And we'll get a nap whenever we feel like getting a nap. Probably there's that rest stop somewhere in the middle. We'll probably stop there, as long as it isn't total bullshit. But it probably isn't, I'm hoping. Cross your fingers, cross your toes. I'm doing both. You can't see that either, but such is life. Alright, let's get up to our cruising speed of 55 miles an hour. Hit C. Good work. And stretch. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's, oh, daddy. No. That's my chicken noise. Anyway. Oh, how exciting life is, isn't it? Out on the open road, not having your hands on the steering wheels. Look at me, Mom, no hands. I put hands on just now so I could. And then I turned off the engine. Smart move, MacGyver. Let's hold W until we get back up to 55, which is slow because our engine's busted as fuck. Because we crashed into like 800 poles. Don't talk to me. Not poles, the Polish people. No, poles as in the structural formation thing. The supports weight. Did I get that? I don't know. Provides other functions as well. Poles. Whatever. Who invented a pole? I don't know. When were poles invented? Were poles invented by the time of the wheel? Were poles invented by the time of cavemen? How do poles work? Poles are like trees, except made out of other things than trees. Well, not necessarily. They could be made of wood. Look, I don't know. I'm not no architectural theorist. loan installments. In one corner, weighing an obscenely large amount of money, you've got crippling debt. I'm kidding. Sorry, not sorry. And in the other corner, you have a bunch of people. Anyway. Oh, how sad, the American debt stuff. You know, reference the Boondocks again, which is not a show for everybody, and I enjoyed it. There was a line at the start of one episode. It's funny in my country because it was a Chinese businessman talking to an American businessman. It's like, in my country, when you lose $2 billion, you get shot. Here in America, when you lose $2 billion, they just give you $2 billion more. It's like, hey, bailouts, and it's so much fun. Ooh, what a party. Man, if I could get bailed out like $2 billion, that'd be real nice. And I haven't lost it or invested that much or even had the capacity for $2 billion. That's a lot of money, but just like give me free $2 billion, right? Yeah, we're coming up on our thingy-majiggy, the turn off the rest area, so hopefully we'll get to that in the few minutes it takes to get there, and then we can continue back on our journey. Not Journey, the video game, which I don't remember which video game Journey is. All I know is it's title to, I believe, multiple video games, because Journey is a very broad title, isn't it? It's an adventure. No, it's Journey. Journey's also the musical group. Wheel in the Sky Keeps on Turning, you know, stuff like that. Oh, I'm not gonna say. Such is life. Okay, Bakersfield again. Yeah, there's another 80s reference I can make, but I will not again, because I make that reference every time we pass, because it's in my mind noodle. I closed my eyes for half a second. Drifted off the road. Don't do that. Excuse me, I'm getting a little bit sleepy here, just like the person in the game. I like getting sleepy though, isn't it nice? I'd love to just lay down, put the sheets in. In's probably not the right word. Oh, fuck, it is one of these places, isn't it? Ugh. I hate this. You know, grab the blanket, throw it over you, adjust the pillows, lean into the pillows, rest your head down after a long day's work. Being warm under the blankets, I don't know. I'm really bad at describing beds. Has a mattress. Has a mattress that's neither too firm nor too soft, just like porridge. Yeah, fuck off Spanish. Let's get back to Boo Boogie. Okay, but can he sleep? No. Please. Oh, we did it. Oh, thank you. Thank you for letting me rest my weary eyes. Wow, you're still here? You people are dedicated to sleeping. Back it up, back that ass up. And let's get back to on the road here. When we finally decide to move forward. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you very much. I don't know if I do a great Elvis impression. Maybe if I listen back to it, I'll remember it and be like, holy shit, that was terrible. I've never tried to do an Elvis impression before, so that'll be a first. If I ever manage to somehow click this exact timestamp. I probably won't. Shh, it's my little secret. Okay, well, almost only like 200 miles to go. It's on our second mission of the day. Not bad. Make a little bit of money. There's nothing wrong with some combined stuff. You know, 10 grand on one mission for something that took like 15 minutes when we normally get like 16 to 18K after like 40 minutes is pretty good. But hopefully all the money we get from this one all the way down, all the way down from San Diego. No, it's only worth like 10 grand as well, isn't it? Well, maybe we won't take any damage on our trailer and we can all live happily ever after in our stupid fucking house with 3 other bears that like to eat porridge and sleep in beds. I don't understand how bears work. Clearly. Do you occasionally not have bears that like both beds and porridge? I suppose. I don't know. Bears are assholes. Bears are not that nice. Bears are ruthless, vicious, wild animals. And I'm not saying that you should like hurt them on sight. You should respect their space. They're wild. You gotta watch out. They can do a lot of damage to you, just like every other animal in the wild. Every fucking tourist up in Canada, I'm hearing things as you know, you don't go up to a moose. Moose will fuck you. Moose are big. If you didn't notice, like moose are really, really big. They're bigger than caribou, or AKA reindeer. You know, they're bigger than regular deer for sure. They're pretty big. They're not like as maybe like bulk or dense as like a buffalo or something, but man, they don't fuck around. I don't know why I compared a moose to a buffalo. They're similar colors, just not exactly the same sort of body shape, are they? Also, one doesn't have fucking giant horns. I wouldn't trust that shit. Whoa, slow down. Thank you. Thank you for slowing down so we did not crash into the guardrail. I swear every time we take this turn, we go a little bit too fast, ends up going off the road every time. 100% of the time, every time. It's even better than 50% of the time, every time. Okay, let's be back on Now let's get back on the road again. I think I'm on the road again. And maybe we can eventually get back up to 55 miles an hour. Funny joke, right? No. Hopefully remember to repair in San Diego next time. If I can somehow remind myself of that tomorrow, but there's no way in hell. Nice casual piano shit going on in the background, huh? Ah, piano. What an instrument. Am I right or am I wrong? Oh, sorry. Oh, engine malfunction. I had to make a quick 80s reference after my yawn as should I stay or should I go? If I go, there will be trouble. You know, whatever. Random early 70s song popping in my head here too, but you know, I don't know how many more weird oldies references to make. None is probably recommended. I don't know anybody else that really knows these things. I'm so glad though, finally, that they put the classic animated film from the 90s, We're Back, A Dinosaur Story, onto Netflix. Finally, somebody can else understand what the hell I'm talking about. Because every time I'm like, hey, we're back, A Dinosaur Story, they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I'm like, we're back, A Dinosaur Story. And they're like, what are you on? I'm like, we're back, A Dinosaur Story. And that just goes on forever and ever until one of us decides to end the relationship. So, there's that. But, like, we're back, A Dinosaur Story. It's bad. It's bad. But, by God, is it dumb. It's about dinosaurs in New York that are animated and smart and can talk and enter a circus. Fun story, right? It's also like an hour and 10 minutes long. It's unbelievably short. It's weird. You know, less than 100 miles here to go. That's always a fun time, isn't it? When you're right there, you're peaking, but you gotta edge it out. No, I'm kidding. We're gonna get there and we're gonna finish it off. Wow, that got real lewd, didn't it? I am so sorry to all the chilling out there. 85 miles to go. Neil Smoke deGrasse Tyson. No. That sort of decredits his name of Neil deGrasse Tyson. What a excellent scientist who is also a great role model for all the kids in science fields and people in general, man. I'm glad. Him and Bill Nye, just what a pair. What a duo. Love them to death. Bill Nye. I loved Bill Nye the Science Guy as a child, man. What a great way to introduce science concepts. How lovely. Tried to go back and watch an episode and I actually wanted to die, so it did not age well and was not meant for anybody other than like 8-year-olds. Not specifically 8-year-olds, but like a number to a number of children ages. Anyway, I remember seeing a weird children's show. I don't remember how long, but it's just a memory that's in my head. There's a weird show that I saw on like PBS one time. This could have been when I was like 20 and just flipping through channels one day, even though I don't think I... Anyway, or this could have been when I was fucking 5, or it could have gone on from some other year and been a rerun, okay? It's a show about some like weird scientist or like a weird dude in his lair, except he's got a fucking rat who's like a weird Italian New Yorker that's just there to be an idiot. And it's like, this is a man in a rat costume. This is very weird. He like, it shows his face. Look, it's a weird show that I don't know what it was, but it stuck with me in my mind as being weird. Weird to see, weird to think about, weird, just want to ignore it. But can't ignore it because it's always there in your fucking mind. Waiting behind those eyes. And those whiskers. And those teeth. What lovely teeth you have, Grandma. I'm not gonna get eaten. I do not want to finish Little Red Riding Hood, though, either. That's a bad movie as well. Something about some lady gets transformed into a wolf by her grandmother who likes to murder people. It was very confusing, and I only watched about half an hour. The most confusing part is when they actually literally teleported. Okay? They were like, hey, you know, casual horror movie genre going on here. Look at those two people having sex. You should probably have them be murdered. Alright, well, they're in their house for practicing safe sex, you know. They've got all the lights on. They seem like they're in an okay neighborhood. And then all of a sudden they hear a growl. Huh, that's weird. Maybe there's a wolf outside or a dog or something. And then all of a sudden there's a fucking wolf in their living room. And I just didn't see the conclusion. They didn't show anything, but surprise! They wanted to die with their throats ripped out because a wolf just decided to end up in their living room after a certain amount of time. I do not get it. Very confused on how that happened. I'm continually surprised by how many movies there are in one genre. And this genre is, I just hate this genre. It's really just like a form of racism that I hate this genre. But it's the genre where it's stupid people getting in stupid situations and it just ends up being breasts the movie. Okay? Like, when you have like 8 different pairs of breasts showing up in the first 20 minutes of your film, you should probably slow the fuck down. This is not related to anything, and it's just too repulsive, and the only thing it has going for it is trying to draw people in with nudity. And it's like, there's no story, there's no character development, there's no interesting dialogue. I just want to blow my brains out with your goddamn nudity. Oh, God. It seems to be made by the same people, though, so there's that. Huh. Weird. I've seen a few movies in this category. They're just dumb. The one that I actually thought was just a little dumb on a humorous scale was like, some about some girls going on like spring break for cheerleading or something, and they're like, we gotta go to Florida, and so they're like, yeah, let's get on a bus and go to Florida. They never left California. You could fucking tell. It was absolutely hilarious. To know in shitty like movies when you're still in California, we got a perfect score. Good work, everybody. But like, it's like, hey, look at all these hills. It's Florida. Hey, it's the LA backdrop. Florida. No, it was just kind of funny. Well, good work leveling up, everybody. Let's take some more in that. I don't know. More money, more problems. Anyway, I'm glad we got those couple of missions done. Hey, good work, everybody. Well, thank you so much for watching this episode of American Truck Simulator with modifications. And hopefully, maybe we can find some more, and hopefully continue on our streak of good old-fashioned driving. I'll see you next time.